Welcome to Trading Lounge and the US stocks for Wednesday the 20th, and each Wednesday we'll be doing Microsoft, ADM and Tesla, so that will be set for Wednesday. So this is the first time we've done the three stocks, and like I mentioned before, it takes a little while to work out all the little idiosyncrasies because each stock, like human beings, have got their own little patterns and behaviors and so on. So even though they fit within the bigger picture, they can vibrate in their own way. With Microsoft here, pretty much in line with the Nasdaq and so on, we're looking for 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and wave 5 coming into here for wave 1, and then a pullback for wave 2 in this case. So let's drill in and have a closer look at this here. So in this case, from wave 4 here, we're looking for wave 1 and 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 for the third wave, fourth wave, 1 and 2 here. That one can sit over here as well, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the third, fourth wave here, and then going up for the fifth wave here. So a bit like the S&P and the Nasdaq, we're looking for 5 waves in this sequence here. So we're looking for one more new high here for this. So I'll just go to the tick chart to see if I've got that in play there. Yep. So we're looking for 5 waves up here, so probably around the 188 to 190 area through here if this wave 5 completes itself. So from the low of wave 2 here, we're looking for 38.2% retracement level, which will take us roughly to the 183 area here, and that's kind of good because we've got 180, which is a minor trading level, and then we've got the sub level. So 1, 2, and 3 here make up group 1. So the Fibonacci numbers 1, 2, and 3, then 5, then 8. So yeah, so the extensions in wave 3 here, so wave 1 and wave 5 will be roughly the same. So I'm thinking coming into the 188 area just as a thing here, but we won't be looking to trade that up. We'll be looking for the short trades at this point. Now, if this drops down below the 182, then I would need to look at this in a different light here. We would need to look at, just in case, I'll just make some ABC labeling here for this. Okay, that's done, like magic. And we'll have to put wave A here and wave B here as 3 waves up, and wave C down through here as a wave 4 over here. So I don't know that just yet, but I'm assuming that we're going to be going up through here in line with the other markets around the world. Okay, so let's have a look at ADM. Find it in my long list, advanced micro devices. So this is a weekly chart here, just to bring us in perspective a little bit here. And once again, we're looking for an impulse wave to the upside here. And we have to understand that with stocks in sectors, we have stocks that lead and some stocks that follow, and some stocks are in the middle, and some stocks that may be in, one sector, like Google might be in communications rather than in this sector here. So they're kind of like, you got to kind of just kind of work with that. Some make it to their count, some don't, and so on. So let's just go into this here on the daily chart. So the natural point here would be to look at wave 1 and 2 here, and then wave 3 here, wave 4 here, and looking up for wave 5 here. There's a couple of things I can say here is that this move down through here is corrective, so that means we should be taking the top out here. It's just not, we don't have a very nice impulse wave here. In fact, this looks corrective here. So this wave 4 maybe get a little bit uglier. Let's just go in and take a closer look at this here on the 4-hour chart here. So this is it here. So we can look at wave 1 here and 2 here, and we'll look at all of this as wave 3 for the time being, and an ABC here, which is okay. It hasn't overlapped wave 1, it's come pretty close. But what I wanted to point out was this little move in through here. So unless we've got an A wave down here and a B wave here and a C wave through to here, which doesn't look like the case as well here. Normally what I do here is that I go into the tick chart here, 100 ticks, but the tick chart here, I'm actually not, for some reason or other, I haven't figured it out just yet. If I put this on to bring in more data here, it's actually not bringing in very much more. I can't get past this here. I've only got like a few days here, so I'll have to check that out, because normally I go back in and try and look at all the detail and try and figure that out, but I can't seem to do that here. The closest I can get is 1 hour here, which gives me this here, which gives a little bit more definition on things. So, I mean, it's possible to look at this as wave 1 and back for wave 2 here, and then up for 1 and 2 here, but I don't think so. But this is why the tick chart's important. I can't get in here to have a, really confirm this here. So this here really, I mean, this to me is nice and clear here. This is an ABC correction. So at some point we'll be making a top here, but because this here has moved up here in 3 waves here, and oh yeah, I can get 5 waves out of this. So it may be the A wave here, the B wave here, and the C wave here. And then we're moving up for 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, but we still need to make a top above here for this, unless it's going to give us a truncated 5th wave here. So can't go short, can't go long, so we're not going to do anything. We're just getting, well, I'm just getting familiar with the situation with these markets as such, just trying to work out their little behavioral patterns and so on. I mean, this could also be an A wave to here, and then an A and a B and a C wave up to here, not make a new high, and then have a C wave down here. Or all of this here could be just corrective as well here, and down for 1, back for 2, down for 1 here, ABC back for 2, down for 1. No, we've taken this high out here, so that doesn't work. So yeah, still left with a few problems with this market as such. I need to do a bit of work on these lows and bring that in with the 2000 bubble here as well. So I still got plenty more work to do on all of this, but we'll get there with that. And the last one we want to have a look at is Tesla. There we go. So it's Tesla here. If I bring it in with everything else, we're looking at wave 4 here. But there's probably a good case for a wave 2 here as well. If I bring this back into the weekly chart here, this is just, I need to do work all down through here as well. But one of the things here is that, it's a bit difficult to look at all of this as an A wave and a B wave up to here and a C wave back here for wave 4. It doesn't kind of doesn't fit, and the other point here is that we get overlapping wave structures here. So there's a good case for looking at this as wave 1 here and back for wave 2, and then just moving up much higher for all of this. So obviously he's leader in technology and things, and moving into China with his car and all the rest of it. He's got some competition over there, but all I'm really going to focus on is really this structure here and bring that in line with the rest of the world. So I'm not sure if we got wave 2 or wave 4 here. I need to have a glass of red and ponder that. And yeah, the move up here, we can count this as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here for this. So that would make an A wave and a B wave and a C wave down here. And we are looking for the NASDAQ to top out as well. So I should bring the NASDAQ into this picture, but I'm on a different template. It'll take a few minutes to load up, but I did do the NASDAQ today, so you can have a look at that. So it's possible that this is actually leading the structure here, and we can move down from this point here into wave 2 here. So before we short it, we want to have the 800 as the resistance here. Otherwise, we really want to be looking at the long trade, because we're on support here. So any move above this high here, then we can look to be on the long side for here, because it means we've got support here, we've got a classic trading levels pattern across here, and that would be the support. If it's going to move to the downside, then the trick to shorting that, as you may well know, is the market would move down, bounce off that, move through here, and then come back up and retest it. And it's that retest here that would be looking for any short position here. We definitely want that 800 here on our side, and then would move down, taking that low out here. That would be the short side here. A couple of things here though is that this little move here does appear to count as 5 waves up through here. So if I just come straight through into the tick chart for this, so bit dodgy, but 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 up here. Possible that it's 3, but I won't go into that now. But what I was looking at here, I haven't really had enough time in the day to look at all of this, but I have counted up through here as 1 and 2 here, then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 for the third wave, ABC for the fourth wave here, then 1 and 2 here, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 for the third wave, fourth wave here. It does overlap this wave 1 here, so there's a flag there, and then looking at this as wave 5 here. So the main point here is that I'm suggesting that there is 5 waves here. So what that could mean, we could just end up with an A and a B and a C wave back here. So it's possible that this low to this high here, we could just pull back into this space. Well, we're at the 50% here, so 61.8%. So we could end up looking at an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave coming through through this space here as well. I need to look at this here. Did I look at it on 20 ticks? I'll just check. No, I haven't, but I can. So, I mean, this looks impulsive from the top here. That bothers me, because if we just go over that for a second, just hang in there with me, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and all the way for 5. And I'll just assume this is all of wave 3 here. Well, can't assume anything. We know what happens with that. I'm already an ass. I don't want to be a double one. So let me just pull this apart. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, and 5. So that's the third wave too. We know that that's 5 waves to here. I can see here 1, 2, 3. Well, I have to check that out in there too, but that's overlapped that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. It hasn't made a new low here, really, has it? Or pretty close. So this could be wave 4 and wave 5 here. So what I was thinking is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. So having 5 waves there, but I really need to figure out this little guy here a little bit more. Can we just open that up there and have a closer look in that? 1, 2, 3. What does this have? This has 5 waves, so 1, 2, 3, ABC for 4 and 5 here. So that's an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave to that point. So that's so it is looking like that is an impulse wave down here, which would make this corrective. It has pulled up quite high above 61.8%. So then we really need to have a bit of a look at this here. So we've got 1 and 2 here, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the third wave here, fourth wave here, and a fifth wave here. I'm just imagining. Then we have 5 waves down here. This is corrective here with a 1 and 2 here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's an A and a B and a C to here. So we will be coming down further to this point, because it looks like we're below the 61.8%. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have any answers. I mean, that's impulsive, that's impulsive, that's impulsive. That can be impulsive or corrective, I'd imagine. Anyway, we won't do anything with this just yet. I need to do more work on that. And I was hoping to do more work on all of these 3 yesterday afternoon, but something popped up and I had to handle that. And I didn't really get the chance to work on all of this. But anyway, at least this week we've done something with it, you know. And maybe on Friday I was thinking, because we're doing 3 stocks a day, I was thinking perhaps on on the Friday, I could do a recap of the 15 stocks. Well, Friday we're going to do AT&T, General Electric, and Nike, and tomorrow, Thursday, we'll do Alibaba, Bank of America, and Exxon. So we'll stay with that. I'll do the best I can with them and get started on all of this at least. And then on Friday, we might be able to recap the Monday stocks, the Tuesday stocks, the Wednesday stocks, and the Thursday stocks, and bring them all into a bit of a conclusion in that space. And also too, I'll bring the Nasdaq in along with all of this as well, because I still got to work out the leaders and the followers a bit, and see what's what with all of these. But anyway, that's our first start for Microsoft, ADM, and Tesla. So no answers just yet, just shooting the breeze. But we'll hone in on it and get in the swing of it. Alrighty, cheers.